Welcome back to Tracking Stocks, the channel where we dive into the top trending stocks and break down actionable setups. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button and ring the bell. We hang in there and find the opportunities. Today, we're bringing you two names you need to start paying attention to if you aren't already: AMD and Micron Technology. I'll show you their charts and explain why they matter. Before this video is over, you'll know exactly why these stocks deserve a spot on your radar. But first, hold on. We'll reveal the reason shortly. Let's start with what happened in the overall market today. The market is showing strength. The S&P 500 jumped by over 1.2% today, adding to Friday's gain of 0.8%. We're breaching into all-time highs, and that's great, but we're not out of the woods yet. Legendary investor William O'Neill reminds us that 6 distribution days within a 25-day window often signal a market top. Right now, we have 5 distribution days in the last 25 sessions. A distribution day means the market drops more than 0.2% on heavier volume than the prior day. We've got 4 trading days left this week. If we can avoid another distribution day, the oldest one will roll off, and our count will drop to 4. But if we get one more, the bell rings. The bottom line, yes, the market is strong, and yes, we're at new highs. But we need to stay alert. The market usually goes into distribution on the way up before it tops. Now let's talk about AMD. AMD just landed a major win. The U.S. Department of Energy announced a $1 billion partnership with AMD to build 2 next-generation supercomputers that will run on AMD's CPUs, AI chips, and networking technology. That's a big vote of confidence. On top of that, recent filings show large institutions are stepping back in and increasing their holdings in AMD. Let's look at the chart. AMD's previous all-time high was around $227 back in March of 2024. The recent breakout started on October 6th. It didn't clear that old high right away, but on October 8th it closed at about $235, breaking through that resistance. Since then, AMD has rallied, closing today just shy of $260. The pullback that followed the breakout was on lighter volume, and that's bullish. On a long-term chart, AMD formed a deep cup base and has now broken out of it. Average daily volume has increased since the breakout, confirming strong buying pressure. Earnings are coming up on Tuesday, November 4th. Normally, we don't initiate trades this close to earnings because of gap risk. But in this case, we believe there's enough time for AMD to appreciate before the report, giving us a cushion against potential downside. Another positive sign: institutional ownership. After 5 quarters of declining 13F filings, AMD has reversed that trend. Filings are now rising quarter over quarter and are close to retaking their all-time high from the third quarter of 2024. That's a strong signal of renewed institutional accumulation. All this together, the technical breakout, volume confirmation, and institutional buying, tell us AMD is showing serious strength. We're bullish here, as long as the overall market doesn't roll over. Now shifting to Micron Technology. The memory market is heating up, and Micron is right in the center of it. Reports show its entire 2025 production capacity is already sold out, and analysts expect the high-bandwidth memory market to grow from $30 billion this year to $100 billion by 2030. Micron is also adjusting its business strategy, stepping away from its server chip segment in mainland China after recent regulatory headwinds. That business represented about 12% of total revenue. Even with that, analyst sentiment remains bullish. Citigroup just raised Micron's price target from $240 to $275, signaling confidence in further upside. We initiated our Micron position around 187, slightly extended from the breakout point, but the setup looked good. The stock built a deep cup base starting in June of 2024 and broke out in early September. Today it closed at $220. Volume has stayed elevated since the breakout, confirming the move. During last week's market pullback, Micron barely dipped and bounced back stronger than most. That's rising relative strength. Earnings are set for December 17th, giving plenty of runway for the trend to continue before the next report. Institutional filings tell a similar story. After 4 flat quarters, Micron's latest 13F data shows an increase, and a new all-time high in institutional ownership. A breakout backed by strong volume and rising institutional interest is exactly what we like to see. The fundamentals align with the technicals, and the memory market tailwinds are strong. We're bullish on Micron here, as long as the overall market holds up. Before we wrap up, let's return to the market one more time. Remember William O'Neill's rule. More than 6 distribution days in a 25-day period is a warning sign. We're sitting at 5. If we can hold steady and avoid another one this week, that number will drop to 4. But if we pick up another, that'll raise the alarm. So while we're excited about AMD and Micron, we're keeping a close eye on the broader market. If the market turns, even the best setups can take a hit. Stay tuned, because we'll be tracking both AMD and Micron closely over the coming weeks, watching volume behavior, institutional filings, and any changes in market tone. If you want to stay ahead of the moves in these two powerhouse stocks, make sure you're subscribed. Drop a comment below,